Hello, my friends. Welcome back. How are you? I hope doing okay. Let's see what our inspiration for the day says. I'm going to read it up here because my handwriting's terrible. The struggle you're in today is developing the strength you have for tomorrow. Don't give up. Robert 2. That was beautiful. Okay, let's wrap this up right here and scoot on over and see what I'm up to today. I have this letter here and it's a B, obviously. And I think this letter is 3 inches. And then I have this cute little pumpkin mold here. And we're going to create in these 2 molds today. I have some chrome powders here by Let's Resin. These are the new ones that they just brought back. And we're going to grab a few of these colors out of here and use them today. We're going to create a cute little Halloween scene. And this is going to be part 1 of a part 2 video. And we're going to make the word boo out of the B and the 2 pumpkins. Instead of doing B-O-O, we're going to do B pumpkin pumpkin to spell boo. I thought that would be so cute. Now I'm going to take that green in the chrome powders and I'm going to brush it in the stem up here. And I'm going to go ahead and speed the video up here in a minute because all we're going to be doing is brushing these chrome powders into parts of our pumpkin. How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's doing okay. I'm doing pretty good. Oh, I got to tell y'all, I found one of those mini verses that I was looking for that's got the tea sets, the cute little tea sets. Now, I don't know which one we got. We're going to have to open it on one of the videos to find out. But I'm so excited to do it. They are too stinking cute, y'all, and I can't wait to share it with you all. And one of my subscribers said that I believe it was Tammy Toth. I think she said she found a Harry Potter mini verse. And I was in Walmart this morning and I seen those Harry Potter mini verses. They looked super cute and a lot of fun to do. But of course I was shopping for my little tea set ones. So that's the one that I snagged. Okay, let me hop on back over here and tell y'all what I'm doing. I put some clear resin into one of those pumpkins. And I'm just going to take my tool here and run through there and pick any of those bubbles out. And make sure there's none hiding along the edges. And I'm going to spray a little bit of alcohol in my letter B. And the reason I done it on the side was because I don't want to get no alcohol in my stems up there where we brushed the chrome powders in. Now we're going to take these cute little spooky stickers for Halloween here. And we're going to take this grave one that says RIP. And we're going to slide it on in one of our pumpkins. And I'm going to scoot it on over to the right of the pumpkin, which would be the left when we pop it out. And let's choose something else to go beside it. Let's see if we can get this little ghost next to that grave. The tombstone. Oh, he fits perfectly there, you guys. I'm not believing that. That's going to be so cute. And you see how the eyes are cut out and the RIP is cut out. And then the little ghost on the tombstone. We're going to put some lights in the back of these and try to get that to really pop. And now I'm going to pick one of the tombstones that has a spider web on it. And we're going to scoot it on over here to the right of the pumpkin. And I'm not pushing those stickers down into my mold. Because if you'll look inside of my mold, there's parts of it that are risen and parts of it that aren't. So if I was to push that sticker on down, it wouldn't be level. It wouldn't lay flat because of the parts that are risen inside of the mold. And what that would do is create bubbles on the bottom of my sticker. On the top of it, actually. So that's why I'm not going to push these stickers down. I'm going to let them float right on the top of that resin. Now I have these stickers here, and I thought we would take the candy corns, the candy off of here, and put it in the letter B. Let's see if we can get this word boo in there. I don't think it's going to fit, but let's see. Nope, it's not going to fit, y'all. I'm going to have to take it out. I'll clean it up, though, and put it back on my little thing here. I'm going to pull the candy corn off of there, and I'm going to spray it with some alcohol. And then I'm going to put it in the letter B. And now let's grab some of that candy and spray it with alcohol. And then drop it on in here next to the candy. Oops, it fell in there. Now I got to get it out of there. We're going to put it right next to that candy corn. Now let's grab another candy corn and put it down below the piece of candy. And let's get that long piece of candy, spray it with some alcohol, and put it up here in the letter B. And let's do another candy corn and put it in between the piece of candy here. And then we'll get another piece of candy and put it on the top. Spray it with some alcohol and slide it right in here on the top. And I'm going to push one of them to the left, and then on the bottom, one of them to the right. So they'll be facing different ways. And kind of give it, you know, just a cute little look inside of there. Because I don't want it to be all formal, you know, and facing all the same way. Now let's go in here and get one of these spiders out of here. These are holographic spiders, and they change colors when you turn them to the side. We're going to add one of those spiders in the B. I don't know if we might can fit another spider in here or not. I think that's cute. Okay, let's grab another spider out of here. And I'm going to get a different color. And let's scoot it on up here. And yes, we'll be able to fit another one in there. And it won't look too crowded. It looks really cute. And let's put a spider down here next to this ghost, because there's just a spot there that just looks, you know, negative space there, and I want to fill it. Okay, now I slowed the video back down, and let's, I did notice when I put the resin in there, see there's a few drops left of the resin, and instead of cleaning that out of there, we're going to add some of this UV resin and kind of try to do like, I'm not trying to draw a spider web, but kind of, you know, just put some of the UV resin in there to make it look kind of like a web. But one of the spiders that doesn't make a pretty web. Okay, so I'm going to cure that up, and it worked. Looks good. So now let's take that green in the chrome powder and let's brush it in the edges of the B. I'm not going to do it where the resin is at, which that's cured now, but I'm just going to paint it on the edges of the B. And then I sped this part up a little bit so you wouldn't have to sit there and watch me paint, brush the mica powder into the mold. I mean, I know you're watching me, but, you know, not in real time. Okay, we're almost finished. And I even done around the little loops of the B so that it would all look nice and neat. All right. I'm going to clean my brush off. And now let's go ahead and take these out. I went ahead and done the same thing around the edges of the pumpkins too. So now let's take the one of the chrome powders by Let's Resin in purple, and I'm going to dust it around one of the pumpkins here. I think this color is gorgeous. I can't wait to demold this and see what that color looks like. I did notice that, you know how when you use the chameleon powders, to get the best effect of them, you have to drop black in behind them? Well, the chrome powders, you don't have to do that. You can just put clear resin, and it, you know, it makes the chrome powder pop. So I cleaned my brush out, and let's go in with that gold color. That's one of the chrome powders, and brush it around the edges of this pumpkin right here. And I'm trying to make the colors, I'm trying to use colors that will match our stickers too, that we placed inside of the pumpkins and the candy and stuff that we put inside the bee. Okay, now I'm back, and we're going to take some resin here, and I'm going to put some of this holographic gold glitter that I got from Temu into this resin here, and I'm going to stir it up really good, and then we're going to pour it inside of the bee. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, I'm not going to spray any alcohol in my mold because it will make my chrome powder start, you know, moving off of the edges where I put it. Now I'm going to use my heat gun, and I'm going to heat that resin up a little bit and pop any surface bubbles. Okay, now we're going to open up our lights here. I slowed the video back down into real time so we can really focus on this part, and you all can see everything. And I'm just going to unwrap these lights just a little bit so that I can take the box that has the battery in it and run it through the loop there. Right like this. And now I'm going to pull it out just enough to where I need it to come out of the back of the pumpkin. And I'm going to wrap that other piece of the wire around and tuck in the sharp edge of it so it doesn't scratch my mold. Now I'm going to kind of fan out the lights, kind of like a butterfly, because I don't want to unravel the lights, because what that's going to do is it's going to make my chrome powders come off. You know, because the lights will be hitting the edges of my pumpkin. So I'm going to feather it like this and make kind of like a butterfly with it. And then I'm going to use some alcohol and spray it on the lights. I'm not spraying it next to the pumpkin because it'll make my chrome powders drain off of the side. And then I'm going to take the lights and just gently place them down into the pumpkin so I don't scratch the edges where that chrome powder is at that I brushed on. And I'm going to take my clamp here and clamp the side of the lights onto the mold. And then we're going to leave it like that. Now I'm going to take my resin here, and I'm going to go ahead and put some in the mold. I'm not going to fill the mold up completely, because I'm thinking we might put a color behind this clear resin. I don't know yet. I'm going to wait until we demold them to see if I'll need to add a color on the back or not. I mean, we may leave them clear. I'm not really sure. I'll have to make that decision when we pop them out of the mold. But I'm going to leave, you know, I'm not going to fill the mold up just in case I have to do that. And I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing with these lights right here. I'm just going to unravel them a little bit. And I only want to pull them out just a little bit. And I'll show you where I'm going to unfold the lights to. Okay, do you see that part right there? That's where I'm wanting, you know, to make sure that part is out of the mold. And that gives us plenty of room, you know, to place this like on a TV, a nightstand, a coffee table, whatever. And it'll be hiding behind the pumpkin and you really won't be able to see it. And I'm going to do the same thing with this. I'm going to kind of feather those lights out a little bit, kind of make it look like a little butterfly. And I'm going to spray it with some alcohol over here to the side so that I don't make my chrome powders drain off of the sides and in the mold. Let's see if our lights work. And they do. So I'm going to gently place it down in here so I don't scratch the sides of the mold. I'm going to grab another clamp and I'm going to clamp it on and hold that wire right in place for me. And I have a wire that's poking up and I'm going to poke it down right quick, right like that. And now let's go ahead and pour our resin. I wanted to let you all know that I won't be putting a video out tomorrow because a friend I go to church with, she asked me if I could go with her to see her cardiologist for her stress test because she won't be able to drive afterwards. So I won't be able to make it home to put a video out tomorrow. So we'll have to catch up with each other on Thursday. And that's where we'll do part 2 of our video that's going to be, you know, a part of this right here, this creation right here. I just wanted to let you all know that so, you know, you wouldn't be wondering where I'm at tomorrow. If I can, I like to let you all know. And I will be posting, I'm going to try to get that list up today. If it won't be today, then it will be sometime tomorrow evening for our drawing for the I Made It video. Well, it's not the I Made It video, but if you watched the video, then you know what I mean by I Made It. And we'll be doing the drawing for that soon. So I'm going to put the list up in my community tab this evening or tomorrow evening. Okay, now we're ready to demold our boo. I am so excited to see how these colors look. I hope it turned out cute. I'm going to take a little bit of tape and I'm going to run it around the top of the mold here because I forgot to do it. And all it does is pull off those extra resin bits, and then I won't have them on my piece when I demold it. Okay, now let's get to it. Oh, I can already see that green on the sides, and it looks beautiful. Come out of there. Finally, I got it out. Okay, look at the sides. It looks good. I love that green. And there's the front of our bee. It looks cute. I love those little candy corn and those candies. Okay, now let's get our pumpkins out and see what they look like. And I don't know if we're going to put a color on the back yet of these. I'm not sure. So we'll go ahead and pop them out and then we'll decide whether we want to put a color on the back or not. Okay, are y'all ready? Let's take a look around the edges. That gold is beautiful. I know y'all can't see that color really popping, but it is. And there it is. It turned out cute. I really like how it turned out. Okay, now let's get this purple one out. I can't wait to see the color on the edges of this one, because I've never used that purple before. I've used the green and the gold, but I've never used the purple. Oh, it's gorgeous. Oh my goodness, it's beautiful, y'all. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but it is gorgeous. And I love how this one turned out. This is my favorite one. It's so cute. It looks like the ghost is just, you know, coming right out of the tomb. And there's the lights. I know y'all can't really see it real good, but if you'll stay for the glamour shots at the end, I'll turn the lights off and let you guys see it lit up. So let's take a look at it down here all put together. What do you guys think of this? Do you think it's cute? I think it turned out so cute, and I can't wait to do part 2 of this video so we can bring this creation together. It's about that time, my friends, for a sweet goodbye, and I will see you on Thursday. God bless you. Goodbye, my friends.